Hello?
Hey,
What's up?
what are you doing?
Playing my game?
Yeah, you losing?
I was. I'm up 38-24 now, though. I was down 14-0.
That's not good.
This punter's fucking unbelievable. You know how anytime it goes like over the returner's head, he lets it go?
Dude, the punters are ridiculous. The CPU punters are just like insane. They punted 65 yards every time.
So like I tried to go back and get the ball because it bounced on the 2-yard line and stuck there, and there was still plenty of room. So I like ran around, went to go pick it up. He just like stepped over the ball, and I was like, all right, nothing's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden it was their ball. So that, I guess he touched it, but I was like, okay. So then they scored because they were on the 2, and then I threw a pick 6 the next drive, so I was down 14-0.
Hey everybody, it's the coach,
Oh,
and
that's
this
funny.
is
You can
Monday
hear you
Night
through the
Football
channel.
on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between
gonna
the
ask Tom
Kansas
this
City
Sunday or no?
Chiefs and the
I
Los
did. He hasn't
Angeles
responded
Chargers.
yet.
Because I asked Rob too.
I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats
Right.
and scores from Sunday's action.
So if
But for now, it's
if you
Monday
wanna play, I'll
Night
calculate
Football.
things sometimes.
And to call the action,
Fuck,
here are
open,
Brandon
goddamn
Godden
it.
and Charles Davis.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good
it's the
one on
Mexico
tap
game.
between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team.
Which one, mine?
No, my game. It's in Azteca, the Studio Azteca. This ball's going literally into the upper deck. I'm going to kick this ball into the upper deck.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end
I
zone.
ran an RPO.
And no run back here. This will be
I
a
was passing
touchback,
it
and it
the whole
comes
way,
out to
and
the
I just pounded it
25-yard line.
Just
So
pounded
here
it.
come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him
Third
become
down.
a lead
Let's see what we
blocker
got
on
here,
running
boys.
plays,
What we got?
even though I'm sure
What
his
we got?
coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
Because normally on like a day, so like tomorrow, if it was a weekday, you pick me up at
A
7:30.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What if you have a
And we roll now on the offensive starters and Chance
I
Warner.
usually suck it up.
Absolutely massive man, but he has agility. He
had
can
any
move
nights
as
where you
well.
didn't get
But his
any sleep?
forte is power. If you try to
The
bull
two
rush him,
fires were
it's
at
going to be a
night, but
long
they
day
were
for the
like
defender.
On third down, Winston. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I can't believe they didn't know that they left the play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was
It's
looking
just
for
R2,
Odell Beckham that time.
but then you hold
But it's
the
going to
R
be
stick
second
and hold
down.
that.
Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on
Like
defense.
as you hold R2,
They've been
move the
very
stick,
good
the right
against the
stick,
pass so far
and
this year. Number
it
4
gives
in
you all
the
different
NFL
play
right
arts.
now.
That was a nice play right there, but
You just have to know
overall this
which one's
season,
yours.
it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
Fuck you.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I don't know what they're trying to get. That guy's fucking.
It's Ellington. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
They never
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led onto the field.
This guy is whoever the Raiders punter is. I've been inside the 10 4 times.
In the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
Right? 2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 66 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
All right. I need to see, because Noah Fant
on third down, an extra
yards.
DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
You know what's really weird?
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Oh, he got to the point.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
78 overall superstar.
For a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people were worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger ones later. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Is it really delayed?
They go read option with Wilson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
That was a good, strong run for a 1st down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
He wanted fucking 3 touchdowns.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. He fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
3 touchdowns. Good for him.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And Blake has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Tyler's already up to an 80 overall. She's saying.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he's cruising. He's getting there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
We saw the result. Negative yardage.
Terrible defense. Terrible. Just
after the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here's Wilson to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Good job.
3rd and long. It's Wilson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got Wilson hit.
Oh, he got smashed.
These guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Smash, Stevie, smash, Stevie, yeah.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be
Field goal
yes.
Raiders, get some points on the board. There you go.
But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
has anyone blocked the kick?
Odell Beckham Jr.
I blocked 2 extra points in the same game. We haven't been able to do it.
Kansas City touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
Like I jumped the snap twice, and the 2 times they just came right in.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
It's like, oh, this is easy if I can just keep jumping the snap.
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well,
this one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
oh, Jesus.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run
killing
there.
it. Who are you playing? Because he just returned
2.
Kicks for the last.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm almost done. So.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. It'll be a pickup of only a yard.
And I'll go to Mitchell's new one, even though mine.
Hello?
Oh, fuck. I can see you're talking. I just can't hear you.
And just like that, it's third down.
Hello?
What the fuck?
Hello?
See party settings.
Again, it's Winston.
Hello?
Chargers able to get the pressure and
I think it's when people are broadcasting, you can't. Somehow they all can't be together.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's
Connor,
Britton Colquitt now, as
go to
he'll
your
punt it
party
away for the
settings
second time.
Thingamabab. In the party. And change it to allow.
What?
For allow your voice to be shared.
Me? Like in broadcast settings.
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
So just Mitchell can't?
They're streaming.
All mine are on though.
Weird.
All my settings are on for like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think there's got to be some kind of
The
glitch.
offense takes the field, and we
Because
turn
when
our
Mitchell was
attention to
streaming
Saquon
our game,
Barkley.
we
He's
couldn't
been
hear
good.
each
His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive.
The Raiders are down 32. Just ran the ball on
Nice play
third and
here.
10.
They go read
It's
option,
4th and
read the
7. They called the
defensive end, and when he
timeout.
claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level,
More
but picking
chance
up
for
some really nice
offense.
yardage.
Yeah, and face mask. Yeah.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Oh, no.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I deserve it.
They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Nice to have Julio back, tell you that much.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Oh, he missed the extra point on the Super Sing.
Heem Hines, 5 for 120 and a touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 12 for 46. Julio, 4 for 155 and 3 touchdowns. Noah Fant, 7 for 118 and 3 touchdowns.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice
Murray,
game. That's now 30
Hines,
yards
and Fant
between
get
those
awesome.
last 2 plays.
It's going to be unstoppable.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he's going to be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
They're like, what?
Have you played somebody yet? Like me?
Yeah, I lost a
A
mission.
first down throw for Winston.
I'm going to play Randall way late, baby.
Side, it's Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
You got to say no fan. What I told you, coach, said I was one of the best players on this team. I think I proved it out there today. Keep feeding me that ball. Now see now Nerfe as the superstar development.
His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Yeah, you listen to at least like when they say, hey, I could be a part of the game plan,
and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Started that one game that he happened to win.
The Chargers getting set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Almost tipped it, intercepted. Picked up by Jermaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Good job. Good job.
Following the interception, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Ellington. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They had great starting position to begin the drive,
just like
but now
last
they
game,
look
I was
up at a
freaking up
3rd and 5.
17 nothing down 21-17.
From the gun, Winston. He finds Beckham complete.
They always end up back in the game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This is taken at the 40. And he will be marked down right
yards away
at
from
the
20-yard
line.
He's only had 83 carries.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's gonna
once a game, I'll run the read option from like the 2-yard line.
On him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
8 touchdowns. That boy. That boy did what?
Wilson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Buying time to his left. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
We're going to keep getting sacks. Ready? Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 25. Check 25.
Jameis now on first down. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Forced out to his, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The toss out to Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Wilson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time?
Black 25. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, we got tight left. One tight end. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting 2nd half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flush to his right. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Airing it out for Olsen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A run for the fullback, Burton. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson running left on the option. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson over the middle here to Brown. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They go read option with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. 4th down, here's Wilson, dancing to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're kicking.
And guys, man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself They finally got one. They finally got me.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, first down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston readies the offense. Down by a field goal, less than 90 seconds to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He looked to throw. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. Now Winston on fourth down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They keep it with Barkley on first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go read option with Wilson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this.
Level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. How you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions when I speak to listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I